to the Jeremy Hill Show. Now, what I'm going to talk about right now is this is not going to be a reaction video. It's just going to be my personal thoughts and opinions. I want to explain why I believe Black women are failing in relationships. Now, let's get into it. This whole thing about women wanting to be independent, wanting to be a boss bitch, all that means is that women want the power. This what this whole thing has been about. This whole so-called quote unquote war between genders, between men and women. It's the women who are fighting for power, the power struggle. You see, in life, we have something that is called a power imbalance. Now, power imbalances have existed since the world began spinning. What's an example of a power imbalance? The rich versus the poor is an example. An elephant is stronger than a lion. A lion is stronger than a puppy dog. Those are power imbalances. There will always be a side, a group of people who have more or who has more authority, who has more power. And this whole feminist movement, this whole thing about I want to be a woman who experiences equality. I want to be a woman who have equal rights. It went from that to having equal opportunity in the workforce to I want to be the head of the household to I want to be better than a man. I want to prove that I make more money than a man. And then it went from that to I don't need a man. I don't need one. I don't need no one taking care of me. I can do it all by myself. I can do bad all by myself because I am a boss chick. I am a diva. I am a savage. All this stuff. All it is a bunch of women who want power. Okay? You women can never be as smart as a man or as strong as a man. And I know I will get pushback from women when I said smart, because women tend to think that intelligence equates to power. It don't. Your degrees do not equate to power or authority. The only time those type of things, your money or your degrees help you is when you're in the workforce. But when it comes to nature itself, if you think about the examples I just gave about the rich and the poor and those animals, those analogies, when it comes to nature, women, you are weak. Men are superior to you in a whole lot of ways. Now, men created the society. Men created technology. Women cannot really tell you any women inventors who contributed to society the same way that men have. If you can, let me challenge you. Name 10 women who had ideas, innovative ideas that have benefited society that did not use ideals that men have already established. For example, if I made a 6-foot metal stick and then a woman come along later and say, I can make it better. I can make it into a 12-foot metal stick. Okay, you made it into a 12-foot metal stick, but you still built that off the foundation of a man's ideal of creating a 6-foot metal stick. And that's an extreme example, but I'm trying to show you that women, you are weak. There is a power imbalance that is in play. Every time there was a revolution from any group of people, they rebelled or they revolted against a group of people who had more power, they had more resources, they had more opportunities, they had better food, and they had to fight their way to that position to where they can feel now we are equal. This is the situation with our women. They have fought through feminism to fight their way to get the same resources and opportunities that men have had for eons, just so they can say that they are equal to a man. Technology does not make you equal to a man. Your education does not make you equal to a man. Your successes, your achievement does not make you equal to a man. And you know what's funny? A lot of these women claim to be Christian women. A lot of these women claim to be a Proverbs 31 woman. Okay, if that's the case, then you would have to admit that the patriarchy is divine. God himself created the patriarchy. God himself created these power imbalances that I speak of. Even in scriptures, for you women who are hypocrites out there, who only want to choose to use scriptures that benefit you. and then neglect the rest of it. And this is not a religious program, but listen to me. It is clearly written in the Bible that the woman is the weaker vessel. If you are the weaker vessel, that means that there is a divine power imbalance that God put into play. Even when you think about the way God has the household designed, first is God, who has all the power. And then it's man, who is weaker than God. And then it's the woman, who is weaker than the man and God. And then here comes the children, which are weaker than the man. Sorry, the children are weaker than the woman, the man, and God. So power imbalances exist. It is a perfect thing because God is perfect, right? Everything he does is perfect, right? He represents perfection, right? So when he made man and told the woman is going to be a servant to him, a helpmeet is a subservient. A helpmeet is someone that serves. A helpmeet is someone that assists. You have to be weaker. You are made to be the weaker vessel. Therefore, the power imbalance that you rebel against is not of God when you rebel against it. You're not a Christian woman. I don't care if you preach, or I don't believe in women preachers anyway, but if you claim to be a woman preacher, or if you claim to be a loyal woman in church and you claim to be a Christian, but yet you do not respect the position that God put man in, then you are a sinner. You are just as wicked as the devil. Because think about it. The devil did not like the power imbalance. He wanted to be God. He wanted to be equal to God the same way that women want to be equal to men. And God kicked him out of heaven. This is why marriages are falling apart, because women don't want to play their position. Women don't want to play their role. They want to be the head of the household when you're never designed to be the head of the household. Women today want to usurp. They want to usurp the authority of the man. They want to usurp the power of the man. The reason why these relationships are failing, because women are taking external things and try to boost themselves up into the position of what men have naturally. This is why when you find women who are raising children by themselves, they always say things like, I have to be both man and woman. I'm an independent, strong woman. Men don't have to say that because we are by birth strong. When we are born, we're strong, period. You don't find a man who raises children by himself because the woman is a deadbeat. The mother may be a deadbeat. You don't hear him run around saying, I'm a strong man. I'm a strong black man. I have to put on the shoes of both man and woman to take care of my. We don't say that. You know why? Because we are born with an innate ability to be a leader and to be stronger, because we are stronger by nature. We are more intelligent by nature. All of the infrastructure and the technologies and the conveniences that you experience, lady, is because of men. And if you don't accept the fact that you are weaker, if you don't accept the power imbalances that God has placed here, you'll never be happy. This is why you find women who have a whole lot of money, a whole lot of education, a whole lot of degrees, who are miserable, who are unhappy, who have been divorced, who initiate divorces, because most divorces happen because women want to be in charge. It isn't always because of infidelity. It isn't always because of abuse. Sometimes women just are bored and ain't happy. They put themselves first. Ladies, you cannot put yourself first. You have to put that man first. That's what you are designed for. You're supposed to assist the man, and then you nurture the children. You have a role to play. You have a position to play. You have to be accepting of the power imbalance that is here. We see power imbalances all the time. I remember the days of Mike Tyson when he used to fight and knock everybody out in seconds. In order for you to become the champion of the world, there has to be a power imbalance. Someone has to be better, stronger, more skillful than the other to win the championship belt. There has to be a power imbalance. Someone has to be the loser. Someone has to be the winner. Someone has to be the weaker one. Someone has to be the stronger one. That's just the way life goes. So the reason why women are failing because they are not accepting of the power imbalance. You have to be accepting of the power imbalance. And I would dare say this, it's not really a negative thing. Because again, if God created it, it's perfect. If God creates something and it's crooked and he made it, it's perfect. Why? Because he made it the way he wanted it to be. He wanted it to be crooked. So he made it crooked in a perfect way. He made it perfection. And ladies, you may not like this or not, but he made you into that quote unquote crooked thing. And I don't mean that to be offensive. And I'm not apologizing either. All this is my humble opinion. But I see it all the time. You see it all the time. Women are only out of pocket when they put themselves in position of men. When they begin to loud talk a man, be disrespectful to a man, be screaming, acting like wild animals in the streets, selfish, they have taken themselves out of femininity. A woman cannot be in her feminine energy when she tries to be masculine. Masculinity is something that consists of power. Do you get what I'm saying to you? In order for you to be a feminine woman, you must accept the fact that you are weaker. And that takes humility. And I just want to drop this short video and express myself about that. Gentlemen, you tell me what you think about what I just said. Ladies too.